Yeah, Miami should be better, but we'll see. But I still don't trust Zach Robinson. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? Yeah, we're back in
Yes,
the
sir.
house, man. Look, man,
Ooh,
this
boy,
was to me. It was
it hurt.
embarrassing loss, man. It was
God,
embarrassing
it's
to see you beat one of the best teams in the NFL last week, MVP last year, and man, tell Terry Fontenot to call you back after the show. Uh, look, I'm telling you, man, it was embarrassing, man. I'm not on the screen right now because my face red is here from cursing all night. So I'm not gonna get on the camera, but y'all can hear my voice, so y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, put it in there, man. Fire Zach Robinson. Yeah, put it in the chat. But look,
Mm,
it looked
mm.
like every time we take a step forward, we take two steps back. My boy Ho would text me during the game, man. He said we one of the most consistently inconsistent teams in the NFL, and that's true. And to me,
That's-
that still falls on Raheem. This what happened when you hire your boy.
It is
I
true.
keep telling y'all. That's what I keep telling y'all. But y'all will see it sooner or later. Yeah, fourth shot going 4 for 1. Where have we seen that? Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, bro, like you bring Tyler Algier out there. I'm thinking you like. I'm like, okay, we're gonna try to, saying go muscle for muscle, see who wins. Nah, that's not what happened. I was like, okay, well, it's so many things, man, that went wrong in this game. You had penalties going on that you had ineligible men downfield. That can't happen. But overall, man, I just feel like we just got out coached. I mean, we lost the time of possession as well. Of course, it started out good. I will admit, I feel like that long drive. It felt like after that long drive and then you only ended in three. I was like, man, that's not good right there. It's going back to like the old ways that we've seen about the Falcons having like red zone inconsistencies, and
Right.
you have that, and then you have other decisions. Okay, so what do you? How does everybody feel about on multiple occasions not going for three, not kicking the field goal? I mean, I really want to know. Because I mean, I know I have my own thoughts, and I know Smitty, you probably got yours. But I mean, I'm just asking the chat too. Like, how do y'all feel about not taking the points? Like,
You got to take the points, man. Think about it. If you only down 3 points and you in field goal range, this is why you brought in another kicker. That's why you brought in another kicker. If you don't trust the kicker, go find another one. You can't leave points on the field. Then I go back before that. When Kate Ellis made that interception, that could have changed momentum of the whole game. That very first
yeah,
drive, well, that very second drive, the second drive of the game, you moved the ball pretty well, but for some reason, when you get inside the red zone, you go to playing, like you don't know what to do. I've said it. Chris Collinsworth said it. Chris said it. You got a tight end 6'6" and a wide receiver 6'4". They couldn't stop that back shoulder fade. Hell, they couldn't stop Kyle Pitts this game. Those 7 catches for 62 yards should have been 7 catches for 162 yards
hmm
because they would not attack the middle of the field like they were supposed to. And I get it, B. John, your key player.
yeah,
But if you open up the game with passing and you put them on their heels, it's gonna open up run lane. They're not gonna be able to blitz. They're not gonna be able to collapse the middle of the field. But look, I'm telling y'all, ain't no way in the world the Falcons keep playing like this. Being and Big John said, like he said, unprepared. That's exactly what it was. Maybe they were looking forward to Miami next week. I don't know, but
but
Raheem Morris,
how could you
he
though? I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I know this was a young defense for the 49ers, but at the end of the day, coaching matters because those guys were hunting, those guys were coming after it, and they made the Falcons go away from. I mean, they tried to continue the run game, yeah, but for the most part, we could not run. They were tackling well. I feel like that's a key thing that I would notice about this 49ers game. Those guys were tackling well. Yeah, Bajan may make one guy miss, but we didn't necessarily get a chance to really just see Bajan get loose because those guys were tackling well. While on the other side, we were tackling, but there were times where we missed a lot of tackles that caused guys to get
man,
yards
what
after the
the
catch.
what the hell was? what the hell was Mike Hughes and who was that other corner? D. Offer. He missed a couple tackles, but it seemed like when they got to the edge, they couldn't even tackle the damn folks on the edge. What the fuck were they looking at out
Man, it's just hey, I know I seen a couple guys make miss some plays. Yeah, but overall you just look at it as at the team, man, and just we just could not get it together overall. The
there? I'm,
defense, I feel
if
like
I'm
the
not,
game changed as
go
well
ahead.
when we lost it. I said I feel like the game changed as well when we lost Divine Diablo. That changed the whole outlook of the
Oh
game
yeah,
as well for the
absolutely. I do
defense.
that with
That
it. Absolutely.
that was a huge blow because when JD Bertrand came in, he looked like a guy who hasn't been on the field.
Yeah.
He does. He did. And you can't blame the 49ers for taking advantage of that. That was a big thing for them. Also, George Kittle being back for them, helping in that run game. I don't think that man caught a pass at all tonight,
He
but
didn't
he
even have
helped
a catch, bro.
tremendously in the run game.
He
And
didn't
they
even
was
have
able
a
to
catch.
run all over us with CMC being able to pull George Kittle, the guards, and even Matt Hennessy. My goodness, was even the center at one point for the rest of the game for them when their first center went down. So it's just like so many things just for the 49ers just went well. Ultimately, like I said, I just feel like it was a coaching thing. That's what I boil it down to. That's where
I
I
mean,
hang
that's
my
all
hat
it
on
could have
it.
been, bro. That's all it could have been. Because if you think about it, you brought up a great. I'm gonna let you tell the people what you said a few minutes ago before we came on out about the coaches, about the matchups. Go ahead.
About the matchups, yeah, because you
Right.
had Jeff Ulbrich and Kyle Shanahan. You look at the pedigree between those two guys, that's like a prime time matchup. You think about it, and then on the other end, you have Robert Sala going against Zach Robinson, second year coordinator Zach Robinson, and they killed man tonight, and we didn't take advantage of it like we really didn't. Kyle Pitts was unguardable. I feel like tonight, what he had 7 catches for like
62
62
yards.
yards.
Yeah, it wasn't
But
nothing.
my thing is, I had said it to some friends, and I'm gonna say it here. I feel like Kyle Pitts should have had 15 catches tonight.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But yeah, man. I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. Man, I don't know what the hell Raheem Morris is seeing out there. Cause I wasn't seeing nothing out there. I mean, the way I see
Yep.
it now, and I want y'all to
Kyle.
keep an eye on something, man. At the end of the
Kyle.
game,
Uh-huh.
Not Kyle Pitts, Michael Penix hurt his knee. So just keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
And
that's I
it,
was definitely going to get into that next.
yeah.
Yeah,
Keep an
Michael
eye on
Penix,
that.
man, he was wincing a whole lot, and honestly, like it looked like he made like something maybe me twist his ankle a little bit or something. I know on that tackle because Bryce Huff was in the backfield all day long, and Smitty had mentioned Bryce Huff in the pregame that he was
Yeah.
going to be a guy that they was going to be sending, and he was felt like he lived it, especially in the second half. Felt like he just lived in our backfield. Elijah Wilkinson, really the entire offensive line as a whole, but particularly if I just had to point out one guy, it's obvious Elijah Wilkinson did not have his best game. I know
Nope.
he would definitely would say that himself. So it's just like that they attacked him over and over again, and he just not could not hold up. Jake Matthews actually had a good game, I believe, even with on the ankle. So Matthew Bergeron, I see him get pushed around a little bit, not just in the beginning. I'm talking about later on in the game as well. Like
Right.
Ryan Uziel. Then I mean you had the ineligible man downfield as well. Like I said, those are a couple penalties you shouldn't be having. I put that on players, but I know that's going to trickle back down to the coaching as well. Um, it's just disappointing, guys. It's like you have this 2 game win streak, and I mean, of course, it's week to week. Teams gonna lose, but I just feel like the Falcons mostly beat themselves this game. But
But bro,
also, I will
they
credit
they
the
they
San
they
Francisco 49ers.
they
I'll
did what they were
credit them.
supposed to do. They ran the ball against us, man. We were 16th against the run.
Yes,
So think
yes, they
about that.
exposed that. And my thing is again, I go right back to it when Divine Diablo, when he went down, that hurt the Falcons defense even more because you had to bring in JD Bertrand. But let's back it up even further. Not having Jalen Walker in this game hurt a whole lot as well. You would have another guy who you could send in the run game, another guy you can send in the pass and in the pass game, or just kick out to the flat. Somebody you can have spy maybe for CMC a little bit as well. You can rotate some guys and then have to just be divine. But missing those two guys, I mean, I know Billy Bowman was missed as well in the secondary, but I'm just thinking about just in that front seven. Walker and Divine was missed tremendously tonight.
And bad news, Divine Diablo left the locker room with an arm in a sling, so he might miss some time.
Uh,
So they
that
might have to go out and
maybe a
find another
fracture.
linebacker. Yeah, maybe a fracture, forearm fracture. And with that, it's probably going to be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Now he can't come back in 4 to 6 weeks if in a cast.
In a
For the
cast,
fully healed, for the fully healed, he'll be out at least 6 weeks. This is week 7, so he probably won't be back until towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
So they might have to go make another sign. Yeah. Millie
Yeah.
Mills, Leonard Floyd definitely needs to step up. He did make some plays this game, but for a guy that has 8+ sacks the last 7-8 seasons, he didn't show it tonight.
Yeah, he had a couple play. He had, like you said, he made some plays. Like give him his credits. He got after the quarterback, but I know he did miss some tackles as well. Like I know in the open space, it's gonna be tough, but you still just and I know even Jesse had missed one on that same play before those guys was able to extend. I said yards after catch was a major thing too. Guys being able to not being able to get guys on the ground, it just was tough tonight.
And I'm gonna be honest, man. I wasn't even really mad at Michael Penix because I'm gonna tell y'all by watching football for a very long time, and it can happen with any quarterback. If a quarterback get roughed up the first half, by the time he get to the third, halfway through the third, up to the fourth quarter, he gonna be right the last bit of the game. If you saw the last 8 minutes of the game, Michael Penix was rattled, man. He couldn't even think straight. He couldn't concentrate. You see how erratic he was throwing the football, man. The ball was underthrown, overthrown. I mean, he was just scared of getting hit.
The pressure was getting to him. I mean, you look at it like that, like it was a complete example of what I was been talking about getting to the quarterback. It's not just about collapsing the pocket. It's about hitting that guy too. And you could see after a few times Penix got hit, especially down in the second half. You seen it kind of got in his head a little bit, and he was getting hit, and he was getting hit low. So so I don't know how Michael Penix is going to be feeling. He's definitely going to need the ice, and he's going to have to ice up, like for real. And we don't know what his status is going to be going into this Dolphins game.
And I'm telling y'all, man, I told y'all last week, we gonna see how concentrated he is on his job tonight. Zach Robinson looked like he was pretty distracted with something else, man. It seemed like he just could not. It seemed like he just could not, get no tempo going. And we know Bijan gonna get the ball. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you got to make plays, point blank, period. And Bijan not the only person on the team, man. You got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts. He was the big receiver to control the middle of the field. Man, even Darnell Mooney was goddamn getting catches in the middle of the field.
I ain't gonna lie, Darnell showed up tonight. I ain't gonna let what he was our lead receiver, 3 catches, 68 yards, averaging 22 yards a catch.
I mean, Kevin, they didn't get open like they were supposed to, but at the same time, you got to make plays. You got to make plays. I mean, even if you got to throw it to one of the second or third tight ends, they play man the whole game. So you mean tell me when they played man and Kyle Pitts caught the football, he was using his body to block off the defender. He was catching the football with his hands, not his body, his hands. So look, and let's get it, GA, man. We talk about this all the time. He said he just gonna say it. We're too relying on Bijan. When Bijan goes off, we win. When he's tamed, the offensive line is non-existent. It's just the truth, and that's absolutely the truth. It ain't no best way to put it. Ain't no better way to put it. Let me see.
Hey, I will say this. Yeah, Zach Harrison did show up. Hey, Kerry. He said, hey, y'all, many things were bad tonight, but mostly we got completely out-coached. I'm telling you. Solid, solid advantage, solid, man. Like,
yeah. Mike Williams said Atlanta is low-key frauds. It looked like the Panther game, predictable. We have to be honest. Our receiving core is garbage this year. If the ball don't go to London or Penix, it's over. I wouldn't say they garbage. It's just a thing with rhythm and timing. I mean, it's just seems like the rhythm and timing off.
Time and offense.
If the timing is off in the offense, it's gonna look erratic. It's gonna look bad. So the way the defense is playing, man, you got to start winning football games. And as I keep saying, man, please stop kicking field goals and put the ball in the damn end zone. I mean, that only works 2-3 times out the year, if that. The Falcons should have had every bit of 27 to 30 points tonight. Easily.
Man,
When you got
so
that many,
crazy.
you got that many rookies playing. It's
So
just
crazy. I got the 49ers the 49ers score right, but I had no idea that these Falcons was only going to put up 10 points. You just couldn't tell me that. You just couldn't tell me
think
that.
about it, bro.
Game plan.
I talked about consistency. Look at the first half of the Buffalo game. Ever since the first half of the Buffalo game, when they scored 21 points, they've only scored 13 points the last 4 quarters. Think about that. So when your offensive coordinator that inconsistent with play calling, that's a problem. So
But in the second half, Buffalo also went to mostly man. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jake Matthews did go out of the game as well too, but I looked at that as well. Like you look at if correct me if I'm wrong, but Buffalo in the second half they did start playing more man.
CMC said a Chrysler 300 look like a Phantom until the Phantom pull up. Corey, it's just that crazy, bro. Courtney said, Smith, I'm afraid your team has started to see that if you can rattle Penix in the pocket, then force him to make tough throws. But I mean, Courtney, that's any quarterback. If you blitz or get after any quarterback, you hit him enough and you rattle him enough. By the time the fourth quarter comes, his confidence.
We've done that to quarterbacks.
Yeah, his confidence is gonna be shot. Look at Josh Allen. He was rattled in the second half, even though they scored that touchdown on the first drive. After that, Josh Allen pretty much didn't do nothing. Just like Matt Jones didn't do nothing. He only had 152 yards tonight. Yeah,
I mean, so it's just like
man, it just crazy, man. But I mean, it's a crazy game. But we don't say it our piece. We gonna let y'all in, man. Please, 2 minutes. If you go over 2 minutes, I'm gonna cut you off tonight. It's 12 o'clock. We got to get up and go to work tomorrow. We're gonna let y'all in, clear y'all, vent for a minute. But just don't get long with it on us.
We shouldn't have
just tell her what you thought about the game. And if you got a question, shoot it our way and we'll answer it.
I'm wondering about these injuries, man. It's early, but I'm wondering about these injuries. I'm wondering how long.
Well, how long you know what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
I wonder how long we're gonna be out with Diablo. It's just my goodness, Penix.
And I told you this during the game.
Michael Penix.
I told you this before we got on the live. I wouldn't even be mad if Kirk Cousins came in, because that might be the only thing to save the Falcons season right now. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I know Kirk Cousins can help Zach Robinson along when Michael Penix can't. This is why I said you should have took your lumps last year, and then I feel like Penix would have been farther along. So, it was just a bad mistake. But, Bags, what's up, my guy?
This is crazy. This is only Michael Penix's 9th start.
Right. Yeah. What's going on, fellas, man? What's going on? I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. Just gotta bounce back. Simple, man. Gotta handle business here in Miami. Honestly, man. It wasn't a bad game defensively. Overall, I'm saying? Only gave up 20. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough 20 too. Like they had to earn them 20 points tonight. So kudos to the defense. I just feel like Jeff Ulbrich at times got a little too soft, a little too lax. Like he didn't send as much pressure as I thought he would with this team being as beat up as it was. That was my only issue defensively. As far as
let me tell you why
things change when you ain't got all your guns though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you lose Divine Diablo and get a JT Bertrand now, who's a certified run stopper, I mean, look, that's going to happen, because if he sends the blitz and there's nobody called the middle of the field, guess who's going to take over the game after that? That's going to be George Kittle. So he did the right thing in that aspect. But hey, it happens. But go ahead, my bad.
Just having Jay. Yeah, go ahead, Bax.
No, I'm just going to say, man, just as far as offensively, real quick before I get out of here, as far as that, man, Zach Robinson got to just continue to be diverse with his offense, man. As y'all said a little earlier in the chat, man, if Bijan doesn't have a good game and go off, we sort of looking like we in quicksand, if I can say that. We in quicksand sinking deep, man. And it's sad because there's so many key pieces to this offense that you got too many toys not to play with. You open Bijan, you open the box to that, but Santa Claus brought you so much other stuff to play with, dog, and you're just not playing with it the right way. So other kids need to have them toys if you're not gonna play with them the right way, Zach Robinson. That's all I'm gonna say. Other kids need to have them toys if you're not gonna play with them the right way.
Right.
Man. But I know y'all got other people in the chat, fellas, man. Hey, we got to rise up, man. I feel like next week against Miami gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Bounce back, get back to where we playing, man. So
and I'm gonna tell you,
be a good one, man.
Yeah,
we gotta rise up.
They can leave Mike McDaniel at the hotel right across the street.
There you go. Absolutely.
We appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir, man. Salute, fellas.
No doubt. Sourboy Badge, right quick. Craig said, appreciate the donation. Defense played good enough to win. Absolutely. Even with the injury, Ryan Zach didn't have the offense ready to play against injured defense. Absolutely. O-line played bad and was getting bullied all game long. Fire both. I mean, Craig, I can't
one of our worst games as an offensive line. I ain't gonna lie to you. The offensive line did get we got beat up.
It's Zach Robinson, bro. Like,
what's happening, Corey?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight, man?
How you feeling?
Good.
Hey, man. I'm feeling real good because first of all, I'm a Bucs fan, so it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But I respect Smitty channel. I'm gonna tell you something, Smitty. You and Tip, y'all said something so crazy, and y'all don't even play professional football. And it was so, as a Falcons fan, I can understand y'all frustration. After week 1, Smitty, you was like, bruh, Zach Robinson got his ass out of that booth. Y'all both said that after week 1, y'all not even coaches. Y'all ain't even playing football professionally. Right. And then he got the nerve to come down there and say, oh, I should have been down here. I'm like, you know what? That's really bad that fans can see that. Look, like I said, I'm from Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta. I grew up in Summerhill. I went to Mount Zion in Clayton County and Jonesboro. I grew up in Atlanta, so I root for Atlanta teams now. Obviously, when y'all playing, and I'm a Bucs fan, so we've been ass before Brady, right? Let's not joke about it. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? We weren't relevant, but I've been a Bucs fan the whole time through, so that's why I'm really enjoying the trash talk that I give. But at the same time, I hate to say it and I hate to be mean, man, but Zach Robinson, he's not maximizing Michael Penix, bro. It's just, and I said it after week 1. My boys, Falcons fans, we talk all the time. And I said, man, our defense wasn't scared of y'all throwing the ball. Like, he throwing the ball horizontally, and he got a quarterback that probably has one of the best arms in the NFL. And got a tight end that's 6'6" and run a 4.4. Look how dominant Kyle Pitts was tonight. I ain't being funny.
15 catches.
He could, bro. You go and watch the 6-foot Jamar Chase get 23 targets. Joe Flacco, 40 years old, was like, "Hey, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm throwing this man the ball every time." He threw the ball to that man 23 times.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But see, Corey, that's the problem. They scheme and game plan for Bijan. They need to scheme and game plan for the entire offense. Not just
and I'm about to go because I know y'all got the StreamYard.
Right,
but
right. Go ahead,
that's another thing, man. But Bijan is a superstar. You see how CMC got used tonight? There's no reason why CMC should be looking like the better running back. I'm sorry. That's just schematic to me. That's my take, man.
Coaching.
Appreciate it, Corey.
Yeah,
but they
coaching, man. I respect the Falcons, though. Y'all going to be a really good team, man. Y'all just got to work out these kinks. Y'all going to be a really good team.
Absolutely.
Man, appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you. Corey from Nashville, appreciate you, my guy. Man, look, point blank, they pulled the us on us.
Man, it's so crazy because what's his name? Collinsworth had even said he was like, man, the 49ers are looking like the Falcons. And just like,
yeah. I mean, I said that anyway. By the time we was in the second quarter, I said that they went. The first couple of drives, they tried to pass the ball, and they see they couldn't because the pressure was coming. So what did they do? They exploited the middle of our defense where we know that's a weakness. But Mike, appreciate the donation. He said, honestly, also Penix only got 5 touchdowns in 6 weeks. You will never convince me that starting material. He get a pass, but soon won't be acceptable. But Mike, you got to think about it too, man.
I can respect that.
Think about it, Mike. When you got a offensive coordinator that's scared to throw the ball inside the 20, these type things gonna happen. Even and the play that they use that works the most is that wheel route with Kyle Pitts or Bijan Robinson. That wheel route kills any team every time. So you got to learn how to think outside the box when it comes to Drake London, when it comes to Kyle Pitts. If you work the middle of the field like you were supposed to with either of those guys, this game would have went in a totally different direction. Because guess what? If they can't stop the middle, that's going to open up the run game. Bijan would have ran wild. And the 49ers would have stayed on the sideline.
It's crazy how you it's crazy how you, like, as far as a play caller, you spam Bijan and Drake London last week, and then Drake London like only had he had like 4 catches, but it was like for like 62 yards or so.
Right.
And then Bijan, he just like they like the defense, was scheming for Bijan as well to stop them, period. So they wanted to take Bijan away. But Kyle Pitts, man. I'm talking about unguardable.
He was the answer, and they just didn't take advantage.
He was targeted like 9 times and caught 7.
Facts.
Anyway, go ahead, Dirtbird Game. What's happening, fam?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Talk to us right quick.
Yeah, man, ain't gonna be long, man. But as far as man, the offensive line got beat down tonight. That was one of the worst performances I've seen.
Well, worse than what you talking about.
And they didn't give no help to Elijah Wilkinson's side. But like you said, that go on the coaching, man, for not getting this team prepared. 1 week we look good, 1 week we look bad. It's too inconsistent, man. It's very too inconsistent. I'm kind of upset with the game right here because, you going on the road again. It seems like we just can't score on the road. That's got to change. We gonna win the National Football League. And I go even sweeter with Zach Robinson. Like I don't understand. Everything's a screen, or you scared to throw the ball inside the 20. Where's the crossing routes? Where are the wheel routes in the middle of the field? They were blitzing damn near all night, or going, like you said, going in that second half, going man. Throw the ball over the middle of the field. Everything's like to the sideline. And Penix got rattled. Of course, he's gonna get rattled when you're getting pressure like that. But Zach, that's just like on that 4th down one we went for. That's on coaching for you not getting the kicker. You're not getting the kicker, or you're not bringing in competition, or you getting another kicker and you ain't even gonna use him. That goes like that.
And a lot of people don't say nothing, but that was Penix's fault on that 4th and 1, that last 4th and 1 that ended the game. He eyed Drake London down. That's why the quarterback broke on the football. You can't stare the receiver down. You can't do that as a pro quarterback. And the way what they call an out route, I mean, if you're gonna send an out route to Kyle Pitts, you got to send. To Drake London. You got to send Kyle Pitts on the slant or something to even that out. To break those players.
You shouldn't even put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? It's 4th and 1. You got to spend time on the clock.
I agree.
Put a leak or something. Because it seems like when the pistol don't work with the Bijan, and you can't run the ball, it's like, Zach Robinson got to step his game up, though, for real. I mean, that play call shouldn't even why are we in the shotgun on 4th and 1? No, man, no sense.
That sounds familiar, Arthur Smith. Dirty Bird Gang, you got one more question before we get out of here, man? We got about 5 or 6 people in the back.
Oh, yeah, man. Just like I said, how y'all feel about Diablo and Jalen Walker being out? Because I think that really hurt us tonight on as far as stopping Chris.
Yeah, that's what I had said earlier.
Diablo gonna be a big loss. I think Jalen Walker, he probably come back next week, but I think Diablo gonna be out probably about 6 weeks with a forearm injury, probably a fracture. So that's gonna take time to heal.
And I know y'all got to go, but all I'm gonna say is we definitely missed them 2 tonight for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Miss Billy Bowman too, I think.
Appreciate you, my guy, and I don't know when he coming back because hamstring is tricky. That could be another, another week or 2. Who knows?
All right, fellas, on to Miami, man. Y'all rise up.
On to Miami.
Appreciate you, my guy. No doubt. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. My boy Mike pulling up. Mike Patton, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, man? Watch this game. Watching this game, it made me wonder, are the Falcons the team that ran against the Bills, which the Bills have one of the most porous run defenses in the NFL, or are they this team that can't get out their own way in the trenches and and struggling against a young 49ers defense. I mean, just picture this. They have one guy up front that's over maybe 5 years in the NFL. Other than that, everybody up front is 3 years and under. Then in linebacker, 3 years and under. Then in the secondary, 3 years and under, except for Lenore. That's to me, that defense. You should. What's that?
No, I was saying Lenore had a great game. By the way, I got to give it to him.
He had a solid game. You know, he's a little handsy, so that's the thing with him. Handsy. I was being nice saying a little bit, but yeah, he definitely is a guy that's going to put hands on you. It's just a matter of he's going to test how much he can do.
I can answer that question very easy. When you see you have all these injuries and these guys that's inexperienced, the coach is supposed to game plan for that. They're supposed to attack that. It's just like if the top cornerback get hurt during the game and they put a replacement in, who they going to attack first? That replacement, right?
Yeah, so gotta go after the new guy.
I'll say this. I'll say this about the Falcons run game. I don't think they're as physical as what people thought they were after the Buffalo Bills game. The Buffalo Bills game on national TV just exposed how soft the Buffalo Bills run defense is, not necessarily how great the Atlanta Falcons run offense is. And to me, they got to get a little bit more gritty in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball. And basically, you know, they got to do more in there and also be a little bit more creative and imaginative. I would say they're running similar offenses because both of these offenses are from the Shanahan tree. And you saw what the things that Shanahan was creating as opposed to what Zach Robinson was creating. Yeah. And to me, with Zach Robinson, I mean, I understand you feel like you run this offense better in a basically a pistol set, but you got to throw some variations. You got to put Penix under the center. You got to throw different things in there to give defenses different looks, because if they know you're always going to be in the pistol, I mean, eventually they're going to figure you out.
Yep, it's predictable, like we've been saying the whole season. But Mike, appreciate you coming through, man. We still got about 5 people in the back, and I'm gonna holler at you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Man, that's crazy, man.
That's sick. I mean, I just don't get it.
Disappointing loss, man. Disappointing
loss.
Talk
to me right quick. Good, man.
Hey, how y'all two doing tonight?
Hey man, I see a screenshot. This your first time coming on the show, and you always
ready to rise up, man.
Oh yeah, it's my first time. But I'm gonna be real quick. I first want to start with the defense. I really didn't have a problem with the way the defense played tonight. The only criticism I have is I wish they would have got off the field earlier, especially in that second quarter when pretty much San Francisco drove like 8 minutes on the field. Yes. So that pretty much gave our offense like less opportunities. However, at the end of the day, coaching won this game. And I think I said in the last show that it's going to come down to coaching. And Shanahan and Saleh, gotta give them the credit. They pretty much outcoached our coaches tonight. That's on that 3rd and 13. There were only 10 men on the field.
Only 10 guys on the field.
Raheem Morris. So it's like, that's coaching. That's not on the players. So at the end of the day, it's about coaching. It's executing. We just have to do a better job coaching. And that's it, basically. We do got to start. I mean, San Francisco shut down Bijan on the outside run scheme. So Zach Robinson has to do a better job as far as adjusting. And I don't understand why he got away from Kyle Pitts, because they could not cover Kyle Pitts, period. I mean,
if I had a nickel every time I said that, I'd be rich.
I was literally scripting like, keep going to Kyle Pitts, because that safety that was on him had no idea what to do. But
it was a complete mismatch.
Yeah, he was young. But at the end of the day, it just came down to coaching. Penix, there were some throws that I know you probably want to get back, but we just have to be more consistent on the road. At the end of the day, we're a totally different team on the road, and we have to fix that going forward. Yep. We have to be able to play as well on the road as well at home. And that's pretty much all I have to say, fellas.
That's preparation at the end of the day.
Best game we've had on the road, of course, is Minnesota.
Yeah,
and that was against.
What did we do that game? We ran the football with both running backs. They could not stop us. 200 some yards rushing. Like I said, they pulled us on us. We couldn't deal with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they should have get the ball a little bit more to Tyler Algier, I thought, too, in this game as well.
Absolutely. They do that, they get worn down faster. But it seems like they don't see that for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask.
4 carries for 16 yards, man. I said before that.
And I think my issue is that, too. I feel like when a run doesn't work initially, he gets away from it. He goes to somewhere different. I'm like, you got to stick with it. You got to trust that the holes will open up eventually, which I believe it would have against this defense. This defense was banged up. You know, we have to learn how to stick with the run. Even when it's not working, you got to stick with it because that is our bread and butter. That's the foundation of this offense is running the football. That's who we are. So we have to stick with it at the end of the day.
All right.
Yep. Absolutely. Can't argue none of that. But we appreciate you coming through, Solomon, man. Thank you for always supporting us, man. We appreciate you.
Oh, of course. Y'all have a good night.
No doubt. See you next week, my guy.
All right. See you.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Held Mac Jones to 150 passing yards. Ain't that something?
That's crazy. But that's crazy. No quarterback has went over 200 yards yet.
Right.
I know a BPE stand for, so I'm happy about that.
Oh yeah.
But, Carrie, what you got for us?
Carrie, how you feeling?
Yo, what's going on? How are you guys doing?
Hey man, ready to rise up to Miami, I guess. Is that the point?
Oh wow. I mean, I took my Advil already, so I'm
okay, good.
I should have took my damn Benadryl so I could have went to sleep so I won't have no nightmares. But go ahead.
All right. No, I mean, where to begin? I think Solomon said it. Like, I can't be mad at the defense. I mean, you lose arguably one of your best players. I mean, great free agent signing in Divine Diablo in the second quarter. So that was a huge loss for us because he's been so great for us this season. And you're already missing Walker. So it's like, I feel like despite the circumstances, like, yes, CMC had over 200 all scrimmage yards, but I feel like despite, those losses and, in Divine Diablo, they still held their own. I mean, they still only held the 49ers to 20 points. So in my opinion, the defense is not the reason why we lost the game. Yeah, Penix had, few throws he'd like to have back, and that, mistake to end the half when we could have tied the game, that was really bad decision making. But honestly, like, I just feel like the ultimate reason why we lost is coaching. Like, I feel like most of the time it comes back to coaching, and it's just honestly getting old. Like, you don't trust your kicker over 50 yards.
Yeah.
Well, who put us in this situation?
Remember,
exactly. That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah,
we waited till during the season to have a real kicker competition instead of doing that in the off season. So that's on coaching, and not just that, but it's like just things that piss me off during watching this game. Like Kyle Pitts, like Solomon just said. He was a complete mismatch. Okay. Like he was averaging, I believe, like 9 yards.
Kara, you don't saw it. You don't saw every preview show, every pop-up show, every post-game show. How many times me and Chris said that? Kyle Pitts is mismatch for damn near everybody.
Right.
The average cornerback is 6 feet tall. The average safety is 6'1.5" to 6'2.5". So Kyle Pitts is 6'6". If he posts you up like a power forward, how you gonna stop him?
You're not gonna stop it. And you seen tonight that they couldn't stop it, but it wasn't a focal point. I would have spammed that play until they would have showed me they could stop him. Kyle Pitts would have had down there a Jerry Rice game. I mean a Terrell Owens game on Jerry Rice Day.
And I'm gonna tell y'all too, man. Part of the problem is why he don't attack the middle. Because he don't put enough alpha under the football, he don't really trust himself. So some of it, Michael Penix fault as well. It's just zip. Sometimes you gotta put alpha under the ball, man.
You gotta rock
to get to these, to get to these receivers and these tight ends. And Michael Penix has to figure out what to throw the alpha under and which one to zoom. Now he's getting better at it. But like I said, a lot of those passes.
It's only his 9th start. You can't expect him to just be ready for that automatically. Sometimes it don't always happen like that.
It takes time. But again,
Right.
that goes back to what I said. Should have just took your lumps last year. He'll be way past it.
Right.
Right. I mean, there's
It
going
was
to be ups
already
and
bad.
downs with the quarterback in his ninth start. And yeah, I know that
Absolutely.
is like a weakness in his game, like the middle of the field, which is why I kind of get understand why maybe we didn't attack the middle of the field more, especially with Fred Warner being out. Like you don't really see any crossing routes and trying to exploit that. But I don't know. My thing is like I'm more frustrated. Yes, Kyle Pitts was a complete mismatch tonight, and he was extending plays, and I think he had like I believe 7 receptions for like 60 something yards. So we should have definitely went to him more. But my thing is like the screen passes, like they have to go. That is not what his game is. It's
Oh
so
my God.
frustrating. Like I
Shit,
want to
Kyle
no.
throw
Pitts
something
on
at
the
the TV.
screen,
Yes, like why?
despicable.
That's a
I ain't gonna
vertical
lie to you.
threat tight
I don't like
end.
seeing that. Just for real. That's
Yeah,
I don't like seeing that.
it's like I feel like it's worked maybe one time, and now all of a sudden he's just trying to make it work, and it doesn't work. Like he's a vertical threat tight end. Like
Yeah,
use him that way.
he'll run after
Right.
the catch guy. Yeah, he'll run after the
Right.
catch
I
guy.
just
Yeah,
it's
catch him
just
in
so
stride, he gone. Cause who gonna
yeah.
catch him? He 4 speed at that size. For one, he got a stiff arm. His wingspan is what 83 inches. He can stiff arm somebody from the sideline. They can
Hey
be in the middle
man.
of the field if they hit him.
Speaking
So
of the
I mean,
um,
sideline, you seen that catcher going up the sideline. He had caught man Michael
that
Penix
was
caught him in
nice.
stride. But
But
that was stuff like that. They just went away from it, man. I don't understand why Zach went away from going to it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would have spammed it. I would have
right.
spammed the play. I would have been like Kyle Pitts would have been the focal point, and they would have had to adjust to that. Then maybe you could open it up for Drake Moore or
right.
whatnot. Because again, like they kind of like just killed us off of a man, and we didn't just really just kill them with Kyle Pitts and just
Facts.
take advantage. We didn't just fully take advantage, man. We did
My
not.
thing is
There's,
like sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. The example. Thank you for the donation, man. He said we got to kick field goals. This ain't
Yeah.
Madden. It's certain times you do kick field goals, and certain times that you don't. It seems like they can't figure that out to save my life. I don't get it
They don't
because
trust the
is
kicker, I guess, no?
but
Kicker's
they brought
long
him
is
in.
56 yards. So that like
But
that last
but
kick, that would have been like
but Chris,
53.
they got a guy on the practice squad in the international pathway program that can kick a
You're not
70-yard
ready.
field.
But yeah, but
Not ready.
Raheem said he's a developmental project. So
Not
that
ready.
made me mad when he said that during the season, because then you didn't really have a real kicking competition in the off season if you knew he
He
was just
just
a
lied.
developmental guy.
He
Yeah,
just lied.
yeah. But I wanted to ask you guys before I do go, like, are you guys concerned because our offense with all this offensive weapons and I don't know. I feel like we have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball, but we've only scored 13 points in the last 6 quarters of football. Like, that's a concern for me. And
Mm,
another concern I have is how bad the offense is on the road. Like, defense is good, one of the
all
best in the
around.
league. I
Mm,
trust
mm.
them with anything, but offense is like they cannot perform on the road for some reason.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more concerned for Raheem than anybody because if he can't get his coaches in order, that's a Raheem problem.
That's on him.
One thing about a head coach, if you see your coaches underperforming when you know you got the type of talent that can put up 30 points a game and you can barely throw the ball 10 yards down the field, that's a coaching problem. So that goes back to the head coach. If you don't put somebody in that spot that can open up this offense like they're supposed to, say like a Mike McDaniel or somebody that in this that teach the same offense because he's in the Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan type West Coast
Mhm.
offense as well. If you don't find that guy that can open up this offense, that gonna cost you your job. And again, he should have never hired Buddy from the beginning. He should have hired somebody that could push him as a coach, make him better, and then that makes the team better.
But
But
see,
look,
Mm,
Smitty, I think
I'm
that's
just saying.
I
exactly what
don't.
he didn't want. I think that's exactly what
Nah,
he didn't want. He didn't
that's
want
man.
anybody to push him like a threat for his job.
Right.
Because to
Uh,
me, you finally, in his position, you got a second chance. This rarely comes about. You know, as a head coach in the NFL, he got a second chance, and you're gonna hire two inexperienced guys.
Right.
Like to me, at least get one experienced guy and hook up one, homeboy, one of your buddies for a job. But no, you hire two. inexperienced guys and the OC and the DC. The DC got fired last season. Is the OC going to get fired this season?
No,
he might not even make it.
Are they both going to get fired? The head coach too. If he, I mean,
the only thing that might save him is they might not have nobody to call plays. That might be the only saving grace. But at the same time, Mike McDaniel gets fired. He runs the same type of offense in Miami. Look,
it's not guaranteed that he'll still be here, though, y'all. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wait, who?
Mike McDaniel.
Talking about Mike McDaniels. I mean, it's still not a guarantee that all this is even going to happen. So I don't want to necessarily continue to just hype it up. It will be a good idea, but we don't even know if Mike McDaniel even wants to come back to Atlanta. Let's just keep that real too.
Yeah, because he should have been the offensive coordinator after Shanahan left. Him on the floor. Yeah.
And again, I would say I'm concerned about the offense because we're going to face more and more experienced defensive coordinators that I believe are going to be able to figure out this offense or figure out what Zach is trying to do. And I feel like it's going to start putting our quarterback in a more vulnerable situation. Now, he's getting better, but at the same time, if you can scheme for it, and if you can just, negate some of the things that you're doing on the team is doing on the offensive end.
Right.
You're going to be sputtering, and we're going to be seeing point totals like this again.
Right.
And I hate to tell y'all, but Indianapolis coming up in 2 weeks.
And forget Indianapolis. My thing is,
Taylor did today.
My thing is, we still got the Patriots. We still have the Dolphins, and I know the Dolphins are looking ugly. But my thing is, the last thing that you want to do is have Tua coming in there in the bins, throwing the ball around, being able to look like a competent offense on that particular day. Because you also seen that Mike McDaniel is upset right now too. He's trying to figure out who's his soldiers right now and who shouldn't be here. So he's evaluating and everything like that. He's saying he has to coach better, all that mess. But
I'm gonna be real, Chris. If we lose that game, they need to take his key soon as the game over. He shouldn't even be the coach no more. A team looking that bad and you lose. Oh yeah, no.
I'm just saying, it's any given Sunday, right?
Can I ask you guys one more thing? I'm sorry.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Were my eyes working correctly? I know like Penix, had some bad throws, but I feel like he also had some great throws. My thing is like, I feel like this was the offensive line's worst game of the season. Like,
yeah,
he had no time to throw most of the time. Like, I mean,
but Kerry, at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. They were loading the box. When you load the box and it's 6 or 7 against 5, it's gonna always be a problem.
Okay, because I'm like, I gotta rewatch. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm like, I felt like they were getting whooped all game.
Man, I feel like Elijah Wilkinson was getting whooped the most, but collectively they all were getting whooped. And then you had Bryce Huff. It got to the point where Bryce Huff was they tried to attack Jake's side, and Jake held up pretty good. And also, I know they were chipping blocking with Bijan. But when he would go over on that other side and attack him, man, it was so crazy. He beat a double team by himself. Bijan tried to chip, and he kind of like brushed off the chip a little bit, ran over Elijah Wilkinson and got right to Michael Penix. Then then number 48, I think Bertrand, not Bertrand, but Bethune on everything, like he was all over the field as well. And he was one of the guy that was at the bottom of that skirmish when he was crawling and got to Michael Penix's legs when Michael Penix first went down. Then you have Michael Penix going down again when Bryce Huff got at his legs. So again, I don't know what our status or our starting quarterback going to be next week, but I'm going to be watching that injury report all week to see who's doing what, and it's just. Yeah, man, Elijah Wilkins got beat on that swimmer. He did. Yep, again. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it was bad, man. Like this is a game. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the
come back soon.
Oh man,
Storm will come back soon. He'll be back soon.
Yeah, because like I said,
in that 21-day window. Yeah, he'll be back.
But again, in the Pistols' defense, this is another reason why like they wanted to start trying to like kind of stay in that pistol so they can be able to kind of combat against that. But you saw like a premier pass rusher like Bryce Huff, even though he wasn't last year, that was last year. He was with the Jets or with the Eagles, whomever. But at the end of the day, the 49ers and Saleh, back with Saleh, got him looking right, and they attacked our weakness, Elijah Wilkinson, the sore thumb.
Yep. Yeah, man. Fogo, what's good, my guy?
Yeah, you've been waiting patiently, man. What's happening, my dog?
Man, I'm not over here.
He pissed off. That's why he won.
Man, boy, I'm having a divine intervention over here, man. Jesus Christ, dog. I already had a drink, bro. It's just like, fam, listen. I don't mind like the fourth down call. I feel like, well, the defensive back, he did undercut the ball, but the ball went through Drake's hands. Like, he just dropped it.
He still caught it.
Got to catch that ball. Like, I mean, yeah, true enough. Yeah, they saying it would have been a 55-yard kick, but on fourth and like normally when we go for it on fourth down and we have like 3 tight ends in the game, I ain't gonna lie, man, I be hating that because the teams be knowing we finna run. You get what I'm saying? And we get stopped in the backfield. I'd be like, bro, run out of the shotgun or something. At least try to trick them.
Let me tell you what they need to stop. They need to stop that tight end in motion. When they put Charlie Warner in motion, everybody know he finna stop it, and they about to block. So they already know.
Like, sometimes my thing be bring him in motion and just hit him on a little quick out or something. Like don't just bring the man in motion and just like he just finna dive into the line and don't do that
every time.
And boy, like A1 said, man, boy, listen, boy, I was over here praying for Elijah Wilkins, man. Jesus Christ. Boy, he couldn't block at all tonight, fam. I'm like,
the numbers game. They were sending 2 people from the same side on his side, so he couldn't block. But one of them, if one of them go to the outside, the other start to the middle. So I mean, it was just a numbers game the whole night.
It was a great game plan, of course, by Saleh. We
absolutely
already phenomenal mind. But I'm gonna ask y'all, like, do y'all feel we need like a space-eating nose tackle? Like,
Fogo, I've been saying that for 3 years. Anybody that know me know I've been saying that.
And I'm just like,
people look. Let me tell you this. People clown Eddie Goldman last year, but when Eddie Goldman was in the game, Eddie Goldman clocked. He was plugging lanes and everything.
You couldn't move him.
You couldn't move him. He was 335, 340. That's what you need.
And I love
plays now.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, we know if we know anything about Kyle Shanahan, even when he was here in Atlanta, it's like he gonna run those 0-1 traps. He's going to trap you. You get what I'm saying? So if you got anybody like right directly over the center, like, bro, just push the center. Bro, listen, man, they put Matt Hennessy in the game, man.
Yeah,
and they supposed to got a penalty on that last touchdown because
because he pulled them. You can't aid the runner.
That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Absolutely, and that should have been a 15-yard penalty. You can't pull the runner, and I'm just like, okay, all right, yeah, they got that. You know, at that point, I'm just like, okay, yeah, they got that, but I'm just like, and I don't mind even in the pistol. I'm gonna tell you, Darnell Mooney, he make a big difference, fam. I ain't gonna lie, like he make a huge difference. And with him in the pistol, and we go 3 wide receivers, Bijan in the backfield, I feel we can stay in the pistol a lot more, to be quite honest, because bringing receivers up from the practice squad, man, it's just like they don't create no separation. It's like they just be out there just running. And I'd be like, bro, they running so aimlessly. And I'm just like, man, listen, put Charlie Warner on the same side as Elijah Wilkins and give that man just a little bit more because he had people running free. He really did. But like you said, it's his 9th start. You got people running in, just diving at the man's legs. I'm gonna get Router too. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be
about a full quarter. He was gone.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta think about it. So many injuries this man went through. At the end of the day, you can show all the mental toughness, but when you continuously get hit and you getting hit in places that's been cut on, I'm sorry, you're human.
You're human. You're and it's the man ninth start. Now, Smitty, you made a valid point because I'm just looking at it like, bro, with no Fred Warner, you got Bethune in the middle. Yeah. And remember last week after the Buffalo game when y'all went live, I was just like, find number 36, go down the middle of the field. But Smitty, when you said he don't put the proper touch on, man, listen, when that man caught that left shoulder back, boy, that ball coming like a heat-seeking missile, boy. He is finna, boy. He is throwing that ball, and I'm just like,
let me show you how inexperienced Zach is, though. When you blitz and the other team, the opposite team blitzing, what would common sense tell you? 3 to 5 step drop, get the ball out. 3 to 5 step drop, get the ball out. Yeah. If you don't feel like Michael Penix can do that, switch it up somehow. I mean, play action and not play action. They did draw plays, but do something to throw them off. If you can't do a 3 to 5 step drop with the quarterback, do something to throw them off. They did nothing to throw them off.
I think like even when he do go 3 to 5 steps, it's that he get the ball out of his hands very, very fast. And people be talking about the man
one of the fastest.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, boy, if I'm in the NFL or at any level of football, if my first read is open, I'm throwing to my first read. I ain't trying to sit here and be Peyton Manning. No. If my first read is open, I'm going to my first read. Now, the man do go through his progressions and his checks, but if my first read is open, no, I'm getting the ball out my hands because that actually helped the offensive line. But man, once we get down to the 20 in the what they call the green zone, the 20, 25 yard line, Kyle Pitts got to go down the middle of the field, fam. I ain't listen.
Man, you ain't got no it ain't got to be the middle of the field. They 6'4" and 6'6". Back shoulder fade every time. Who gonna stop it?
Man, I be looking at the tight end. I be looking at the coach game. I be looking at the coach game, man, and they send their tight ends and straight down the middle of the field. I just be like, bro, these people not better than Pitts, fam. They not.
Man, Ty Warren is a rookie, and Ty Warren dominated that game.
He is dominating.
He is big, but I guess Daniel Jones is getting him the ball. Like
he looking like Brock did last year.
Listen, Kyle Pitts is nightmare on Elm Street, man. And he showed it he showed it. But it's just like they couldn't do nothing with that man. They couldn't. And my homeboy is a 49er fanatic. He was like, man, if y'all keep throwing the ball to Kyle Pitts, boy, we finna get blowed out. They couldn't get no hands on him. They couldn't do nothing with him.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week, if Kincaid played that game, we would lose because Buffalo, the best team in the NFL, are using their tight ends.
That's true.
Kincaid is the better one, to be honest with you.
He really is.
Yeah, Kincaid
I think the thing with last week, I still think like the way they was coming at Josh Allen, we couldn't do it tonight because, man, listen, wherever they had JD Bertrand at before this game, he need to find his way back there, boy. Listen, that man overran so many, and I know he's inexperienced, so I gave the man a pass. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's not used to covering in space. He's not. And
he's not even used to playing yet.
Coming downhill, like he overran a lot of plays. But even though we had 10 players on that 3rd and long, but I don't know what Caden Nellis was looking at, but boy, your eyes supposed to have been on CMC. And I'm just like, bro, like, we can't get that up. I say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and chalk this up as an L. I'm going to go ahead and chalk this up because I knew it was going to be tough. We just played Monday Night Football and going all the way on the other coast, that was going to be tough, but we still should have won this game. But after Devon Diablo went out, I was just like, man, who coming in?
Once we still had a chance to win. But see, that's why Kyle Pitts. I'm not Kyle Pitts. That's why Troy Anderson is a liability at this point. if he can't stay healthy, we don't need him here no more. He's just taking up a roster spot.
Yeah, because with him, I feel like it would have been much better. It would have been much better because he's far more athletic than, to me, he's more athletic than Devine Diablo as well. But Diablo, man, he just be in position. He can cover. But man,
once former safety.
Mm-hmm.
He'll safety. Yeah. So he'll former safety. So he gonna be able to cover ground.
And you think about it too, man. Like the whole defense. Like, and again, I'm not mad at the defense because like you still played well. Only held this team to 20 points.
Right.
Again, Mac Jones coming into the game was a guy who was averaging like 300 yards. We kept him under 300 yards. So the defense overall did its job. It's just the offense couldn't combat. The offense couldn't combat it, man. It's just terrible. And another thing, like I was going to say real quick, when Devine Diablo was down, you're already down Bowman, you're already down Walker, so it's tough. And then when Devine goes out, the whole schematic thing has to change. We even seen Aiden Ellis, even though he was getting after the quarterback, but we seen him have to drop back. And what happened in that fourth quarter, when he was back in coverage, Mac Jones banged him with the eyes and threw it right behind him.
He's a in the box linebacker downhill. He can't cover linebacker as well. And it showed, but that's one thing that I knew coming into the game that Shanahan was going to exploit as well. He was going to find those mismatches and take advantage of them. Especially with Caden Ellis. Now with Devine Diablo, that ain't no mismatch. He can cover CMC. But anybody outside of that, and bro, what was 23? 23. He just changed his name.
Marco Helms.
Yeah. He stood no chance in that open field, bro. I'm sorry.
God, bro.
He died at the man's feet and didn't even die toward the man. He just fell on his face.
I'm like, bro,
there was no chance.
He didn't even juke you, bro. He just ran to the sideline. I'm just like, why'd you diving?
Is it bad that right away I was like, where's William Baby?
And I'm just like,
that's his boy.
Now, if he made the 2 tackles that he did miss, Helms, now putting him in over JD Bertrand, even though he's undersized, I would have preferred that much better. But I'm just like, bro, you looking at this man finna throw this ball to the flats to CMC, and you just standing there like, bro, like we played a bad game, and it cost us. Like all those missed tackles, man. And Smitty, you said it as well. Like everybody outside of AJ Terrell, when they ran to the outside, I don't know what D Alford and Mike Hughes was over there doing. They wasn't coming up with no force, no effort and energy. And I'm like, bro, if y'all could have seen me in this living room, man, y'all would have just put me in the straitjacket, bro. I was in here. I was throwing pillows.
But that tells you we can't cover team like we're supposed to. We need another physical corner on the other side.
And man, you know how I feel about Mike Hughes. Boy, I've been trying to get a corner. I do not like Mike Hughes. Yeah,
but Dr. Ganja, Andy Reid had PC would definitely be an all-pro. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But
that would even be a what?
But Coach, I know you've been waiting for a minute. Coach, I know you've been waiting for a minute, man. Let's go and get this lad come in there right quick.
What's up, fellas? What's up, A1? What's up, Smitty? What's up, panel?
How you feeling?
Hi.
Man. So, everyone is rightfully so. Everyone is, kind of down, a little upset. Unfortunately, I think after 30 plus years, I think my meter's just broke, bruh. So the Falcons don't get me upset like that no more, especially when this team is young. But I will say this: I think our defense, like, although they only held them to 20 points, but this is what I mean. Everyone is, excited and
Rightfully so, I guess. But everyone is excited that we have "quote unquote" the number one defense, and this has always been my point. I don't care about yards. What does the scoreboard say? To me, number one defense doesn't allow 20 plus points majority of the games they play. Again, I understand they play, the offense didn't give them no help and all of that. And our defense is extremely young, which is why I've been saying for weeks now, year 3, I think these boys will be legitimately a number one defense. But we just got exposed. We can't stop the run. CMC did his thing. Um, the reason why last week looked so good is because Buffalo don't have a running game, and like y'all said, their number one tight end was out. So all we had to do was pin our ears back and go straight at Allen. Uh, but the problem is the offense. I heard my guy right here on the panel say, and I think you too, Smitty, say go in the middle. The problem with going in the middle is, and this was the problem with Penix in college. His intermediate and touch pass is on negative net zero. Like he has no ability to throw touch pass. I think that's why they don't do a lot of like jump balls, like you said, Smitty. Because
I said that a little early in the show. That's why they probably don't go over the middle because he don't put touch up on the ball.
Yeah.
But, and that to me, that's a coaching problem too, because that's something you're supposed to work on in practice on a daily to make sure he get to that point to where he's comfortable with making those throws. You can't expect him to throw no bullet pass every single time. Go ahead.
Right. And it's egregious, Smitty, because you see it week after week. Like, if he just put some touch on the ball, this pass would have been a completion. If he had just put some touch on the ball, that pass would have been a completion. Like, I think that is the only reason why they go to the sidelines is because he just bullets the ball. In the middle, you throw that bullet. I mean, the slightest touch, the slightest, whatever, that thing pops up, it's getting intercepted. So I think that's probably why. And then, I hear fans say he gotta stop standing in the pocket. He gotta stop standing in the pocket. Well, if Penix, you know that is literally his game. He's not a running quarterback.
He got to learn to use the legs.
Mobile capability.
He got to use his legs.
He got to learn to use the legs, man. That part of the game.
But he's like a Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Like he will run when he absolutely has to. Outside of that, he gonna stand in that pocket to the last second.
Yeah, we didn't draft him to be a runner. We know he has running capabilities. We drafted him to be that pocket passer.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But fellas, this is the end all be all. We are no longer the Atlanta Falcons. We are the Atlanta Bijans, and it is clear. It is clear that if you stop Bijan, you stop us dead in the water. And to me, that is the most egregious thing. I mean, yeah, we don't have no Justin Jeffersons, multiple Justin Jeffersons out there, or whoever you want to put out there, as a great receiver. We don't have multiple of them, but we have talent on this offense. And if we just had a offensive coordinator, man, who just did a average job. Like, I don't even need you to be like Kyle Shanahan level when he was with the Falcons. Like think of this, people who can hear me. When we went to the Super Bowl, Matt Ryan's MVP year, 13 different people got a touchdown. That's spreading the ball. You know what I'm saying? Now it's literally Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Was Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and then Kyle Pitts sparingly. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. You're not going to win many games like that because they're just going to lock Bijan down.
Well, you know what they're telling me? He's still not developing as a coordinator. That tells me, and I said it at the beginning of the show, and I hate to say it because I know what I said at the beginning of the season is Michael Penix a bust, but Kirk Cousins could be his only survivor if he's going to stay offensive coordinator of the Falcons. Why? Because Kirk Cousins, his eyes on the field, Kirk Cousins is the one guiding him along. Michael Penix hadn't got to that point. And since Michael Penix hadn't got to that point, they're going to keep making these simple mistakes that they should be passed, because some of the play calling, like I said, with going over the middle, that's something that you shouldn't have no problem with at this point. Again, I agree that he's only played 9 games, but at the same time, if you coaching him properly, he still should be further than what he is. It's just what it is. So if he can't develop Mike Penix, it's going to show the rest of the season. And by season end, if we in that 7-10 spot or that 89 spot, Raheem Good is gone. I'm telling y'all, because Arthur Blank not getting the younger, he just gone.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. And unpopular opinion, I think in order to salvage this season, you have to switch for Michael Penix right now, simply because you're not used. First things first, he is great at throwing the deep ball. You're not even utilizing his greatest strength at all, at all. So if you're not going to utilize his greatest strength, sit him down and let him continue to develop, and go ahead and go with Kurt. A couple of last things I would say. I'm very much under the thought process where I think both of them should have been gone at the end of the last year. But fellas, if our Falcons do not put up at least 30 points or overwhelmingly dominant on offense in this game coming up against the Dolphins, that there is no way Raheem Morris can justify keeping Zach. There's just no way you can justify keeping him. I'm gonna
tell you the caveat there, and I said it earlier. The only thing that's gonna be his saving grace, who's gonna call plays when he gone? TJ Yates can't do it.
Absolutely not.
Raheem Morris can't do it.
But I will say this. Just like I would much rather I would really like to see, and I said it last week, Smitty. I just want to see how Penix look with his full slate of receivers, because we got the small sample size, and to me, his best game thus far was against the Commanders last season. He was on the ball across the middle, that deep dig route that he threw to Kyle Pitts to tie that score. That's him. He's going to get that ball there, but if you got backup receivers in, the timing ain't there with Mooney, and we get, I don't know if it's going to be Casey Washington in the slot, because to me, I think Ray McLeod is out. But
he done.
I think he's done. But when Penix got his full slate, and now that you can't stack the box, because we don't have a burner outside of Mooney. We don't have a burner. Now with Mooney in there, you want to bring your safeties down, that man is going to get that ball deep. As you can see when he threw it to him, I mean, even though Mooney dropped it, but he going to get that ball downfield. So I would love to see when Penix have his full slate, his full arsenal. I want to see how he looked then. Because to me, I think, Zach Robinson, he's going to get a lot of flack, but you can't call an outstanding game if you don't have the personnel. You just can't. Right now, it got.
Let me tell you. It's the reason why I don't believe in that.
Go ahead.
Tom Brady, on the number one receiver he had was Randy Moss, and the thing about Tom Brady got to the point.
And Mike Evans.
And Mike Evans, but it showed in Tampa. It showed in Tampa that he was the main reason why New England won no Super Bowl, because he brought that same offense to Tampa Bay with a new offensive coordinator. He taught that offensive coordinator how to run that offense, and they still run the same thing with Baker Mayfield. So one thing about it, you got to have the right personnel in the right place. This is why I said Michael Penix cannot lead Zach Robinson. It's got to be Kirk Cousins. If they want to say they season, even though I don't like it, you got to think about Kirk Cousins if they lose 2 more games. Because they lose 2 more games, it's no playoffs. The NFC conference is getting stronger and stronger every year. Just think about it.
Look at the amount of teams we're about to play. The Colts are doing wonderful. The Patriots are doing wonderful. Yeah, I know that. But it's still,
Yeah,
it's
I
still
know, but there's no runaway favorite in the NFC. Who's your outside of Tampa? Who's your dominant team in the NFC right now?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm speaking to record. Like you're going to win.
At full strength, it's the Eagles, but you still got to think about it. Look in the NFC North. They got the Bears, the Lions, and the Packers. Just think about that. In Minnesota, if they get a quarterback, just think about that. The NFC is probably better than the AFC at this point, because I think only 3 or 4 teams out of the AFC probably gonna even contend for the right to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody else, they just there.
But the last thing I'll say, Smitty, is like you and like a lot of other people, you know, I think it's, again, I was screaming this last year. Ra and Zach got to go. I was never a fan. But the problem with that, and the reason why he's not going to go this year, and he probably won't go next year, regardless of what happens, is we're still paying FedEx Jr. And I just can't see the Don paying 3 coaches all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this year's his last. I think this year's year 5, so this year should be the last year for FedEx contract. And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna give Raheem at least to game. You know, unless we start 0-6. You know, you at least give him to the middle of next year to try and turn things around.
But the
this
thing
year,
is, bro, the Panthers won 3 straight games. We got a much better team than the Panthers. That lets you know it's the coach.
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's all coaching. It's literally coaching. You cannot tell me young in making the mistakes that we're making, which again you're going to expect an extremely young team to make the mistakes that we're making. I have no problems with that. I don't even have problems with Penix playing bad. Like he's young, you know, that comes with the territory. But to continuously look out-coached, outmatched when you have the talent is just unacceptable to me. You cannot continue to go up on a stage and tell me the paying customer that you got out-coached. You telling me that one time, it's like, all right, bro. But you tell me that more than once, I'm ready to bust you upside your head. Like, what do you mean you got out coached? If you getting out coached, you need to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't keep telling me the paying customer that you're not doing your job and you don't know how to do your job and you're not prepared for your job when I'm paying for the product. No, hell no.
Yeah, facts. But I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. It's been another great post show. Yeah. Man, we appreciate y'all coming through, giving y'all thoughts. And it's been a rough week, man, but you know it'll get better.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But look, I'm telling y'all, the coaches got to step up. It ain't even the players no more. Because when have you seen the Falcons with a defense like this? Defense is better than the last Super Bowl defense. Think about that. So look, if we had a Matt Ryan and a Julio with this defense, we might go on a run.
Yeah,
but, hey, to each his own. But again, as I tell y'all gonna learn. Sometimes in sports, you got to learn to be uncomfortable to win. And they don't want to be uncomfortable. If they were uncomfortable, they would have went out and got another type coach and going backtracking. Try something new. Try a new voice in the locker room. Try something new in the front office, man. Come on. I mean that. Come on, man. I mean, it works in business if you're good at your job. At a 9 to 5, but this is a gladiator sport. That don't work. Sometimes you got to go find dude with a little, screws loose a little bit. They scared
in the win now business.
Real quick, before we get up out of here, man, it's gonna be brief. What Kyle Pitts had today, like 7 for like
62 yards,
like 62. I'm just hoping that he not even him, because it's on the quarterback to get the man the ball. So I'm just hoping that he build off this game right here, even if it ain't 7 for 1. I mean, even if it's not 7 for 62, even if it's 6 or 7 for 40 to 50 yards, I'll be okay with that. He got to build off this game right here though, because he played an incredible game. But that's what happened when you give him the ball.
Yeah, but let me say this, Kevin. Penix got to learn. If Penix can't trust his offensive coordinator, how can he trust what's on the field? How can he trust what he sees on the field? See, that all this just goes back to coaching one way or another. You got to have trust in your offensive coordinator to guide you the right way, and I just don't think he's doing it not only on the field but in the film room. Because a lot of things Michael Penix just still not seeing. I don't get it, and I might be wrong. It might be part Michael Penix's fault too. But look, when you don't trust your offensive coordinator or your head coach, that's gonna be tough. Point blank, period. But Miss Carey, you got anything before you get out of here?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just saw that the Falcons fell from first to second in total defense and from second to seventh in total offense after today's game. They're now 28th in scoring offense.
Yep,
Just
they were 20.
unacceptable, man.
They went
28th.
down with that because they were 26 before the game. So
It's just
Of
sick,
course.
man, because we were having red zone woes last season too. And in the
yep,
off season, anytime we're podcasting talking about it, I'm like, we have to get better in the red zone this season. And we're still not consistent there. And then we have a kicker that we can't depend on. So it's just unfortunate, man. And also, I don't know if you said this or saw it, but I guess Divine Diablo was seen leaving the locker room in a sling. So yeah,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
I
we
a
said at
mismatch.
the beginning.
said it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it's a fractured forearm if I'm not
yeah, I
mistaken.
think
Hopefully
It
not the
hadn't been
same one
it
as
hadn't been
Vegas.
it hadn't been confirmed, but it's probably the same one because you
yeah.
already know when you break it one time, it's not hard to break it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
hate to say
tough.
that. So
No, that's
yeah,
tough. I think that was what, 2023 season or something.
yeah,
He
2023.
Yeah,
fractured.
23.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. Hopefully, like Chris Lindstrom says, you flush this one down the toilet. You take a look at the film. You kind of see what you did wrong. You flush it down the toilet, and forget about it. I'm gonna try
Man,
to do that tomorrow. I usually take about a day to be pissed off about it,
Yeah,
but
put you on that one, boy.
my thing is like the thing that upsets me about our Falcons, man, it's like I can accept an L from a better opponent. Like you outplayed us. Okay, you won that game, but like I just feel like these losses lately, it's like we're just killing ourselves, man. Like bad coaching or, missed field goals. It's like, man, we can't get out of our own way.
and see one thing about Kirk Cousins, he a veteran. If he sees something he don't like, he gonna say something. Michael
Yeah,
Penix
He
ain't to
can
that
change
point
the
yet.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can change the play. Michael Penix just not there yet.
yeah,
How many times y'all see him audible play at the line this year?
that's true.
No.
Not much.
Not yet.
So yeah,
And then also,
Not much.
I don't know, did you see that Raheem said he took absolute responsibility for only having 10 men on the field on that crucial 3rd and 13 play? He
yeah,
said
Well,
he just
I
absolutely
mean, what else is he
embarrassing.
shoot
going to do?
himself in the foot.
Yeah. He said
What else
absolutely,
is
at
Yeah,
he going
least
to
he
do?
said absolutely embarrassing because that was absolutely embarrassing.
But
Yeah, that can't happen.
right before
Yeah.
then, we had 12. So
I know.
Right.
What are
So
we
it just like
doing?
just don't want to get 11 out there. So just
man. Look,
Can we
Raheem
count?
he been a head coach. He started being a head coach at 36, 37 years old. No, he was younger than that. He was 32 years old, and
yeah.
he's been around football for about 20 something years. No way he should be making simple mistakes like that.
but
No way.
shouldn't the players know they should be on the field? Like sometimes,
Well,
I
guys,
can't hear it. Oh, I think your phone's
The Mike
covering your
line,
mic.
the Mike linebacker supposed to know that. They're supposed to count everybody on the field before the snap.
and the Mike
Oh,
linebacker
I hear you.
that
but
was
hurt.
Ellis, but it just Bertrand was the Mike linebacker tonight.
No, it turned over to
Nah,
Kate Ellis when
it had to be
Kate.
Ellis.
It had to
He's the
be
one
Ellis
that
when
gave up the long third now. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we played bad. I'm gonna take me one more drink for the night, and I'm gonna turn off all social media because I ain't trying to hear none of that foolishness. And
Right.
we be okay tomorrow. We gonna
Oh,
be okay.
okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Gonna
boom!
be
You
Hopefully.
got
okay.
you got 2 to 3 minutes. We got to get out of here, man, because I know
Hey,
y'all got to go to work tomorrow.
I
So
know me
holler at us
too.
right quick.
Hey, I'm gonna just say this real quick, and this is a message for Falcon fans. You know, I love to break down what they do in the game. I mean, I'm just look at situational football. Zach Robinson is horrible in clutch play calling and clutch downs. I mean, they just went backwards. And I just want to bring up a point, man. They sent, for those that don't know why they sent Ray McCloud home, Ray McCloud made a statement that said all of our jobs are on the line because he saw the realistic issues that are going on with this organization. And I said this at the beginning of the year, Smitty and Chris. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm at the point as a Falcons fan where nothing they do surprise me. If they win, they win. Hey, I'll always support those guys, but I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Let's not be shocked to act like we haven't been here before, right? This is the same coaching staff, the same mentality, the same stubbornness, the same selfish ego problems, right? I wouldn't be shocked that this is another 8-9 season or 7-10 season for the simple fact that they have. This Bills win has confused all of us. This is still the Atlanta Falcons we're talking about. And you talking about a diehard fan who has bought into this team for years. I'm telling y'all right now, be prepared for a possible another year. And I hope I'm wrong, right? But be prepared for the possibility of another year, no playoffs for the 9th straight season, right? Because it got to the point tonight, guys, where I knew the game was over in the second quarter, man. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, we got forget the pass rush, forget all that. We got dominated by one guy.
We did.
One guy beat the Atlanta Falcons tonight. So we can sit up and act like this is new. This ain't new. This is not a shocker, right? This is who they are. Fans always leave counting on next season. You can't make it up.
Yeah. But that goes back to what I said earlier. They got to learn to be uncomfortable. Once they learn to do that, they'll start winning football games. Why? Because, it's going to be something new. It's going to be something new. Yeah, comfort absolutely kills.
Comfort kills.
It kills.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. But, again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Truly appreciate y'all coming through for the post-game show, man. We've been on an hour and a half. We always say 30 minutes, but we know that never work out because once we start talking football, it always go left.
Yeah.
But, Miss Carrie, while you in here, please tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, you can find me right here at my is right there. Talking Falcons football. So appreciate you and Chris having me on. Hope everyone has a good night, and let's go back home and blow out the Dolphins because that's what the Falcons will do. They'll beat the Bills, shock the world, and we finally started getting some respect from national media. I don't know if you guys saw that all week. It was really weird to see, but we were getting a lot of love. And then they said, but a few of them said we need to see, them beat the 49ers so we know they're for real. Like this wasn't a fluke. And then they didn't. That sucks. But of course, I'm always rooting for our Falcons to win. But yeah, we took a loss, and we know how they roll. They're gonna get a blowout win at home against the Dolphins.
Hope so.
Yeah, right. So yeah, hope everyone.
My boy Sean said it was gonna be an 8-9 season with their coaching staff. He said that before the season started. So shout out to him, man. He did say that. That's crazy. Crazy. Chris, tell everybody where to find you, man.
A1 Forever Sports, that's a platform on YouTube. Also, you can catch me at the Hawks Digest. It's Hawks season is about to, really a couple of days away, honestly, man, on 22nd. So, yeah, get ready for that.
2 days.
Yeah, man. So, Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Make sure y'all find y'all peace today.
Facts. Well, Dre, I forgot to tell you, man, I got one of my fantasy teams. I got Ty Warren and Brock Bowers. And I was running wild for a minute, but Brock Bowers got hurt. But boy, I put up some numbers the last couple of weeks. But yeah, find me on Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also find me on Twitter at FatBoySnell_21 on Twitter. I'll be able to blow anything up. And again, man, we'll see y'all Tuesday. It's Monday, early Monday morning, so we'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Miami Dolphins preview show with our boy Pandemic. Falcon Pandemic. Yeah, I see it's so many content creators I can't keep. I'm all wrapped up in my head. But for everybody on the panel, man, again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us. And everybody in the chat, we appreciate you coming through. Give y'all quick thoughts. And we had about 375 people in here tonight. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in from YouTube and Twitter. And we're going to holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.